today's video. This is a B1 level grammar lesson. We're going to be continuing talking about the past simple verb tense. So can you describe this picture? We show a baby crying. And now make a sentence in the past. So this happened last night. So you could say the baby cried last night. So here's some spelling rules for forming the past tense of verbs that end in Y as a vowel. So copy, it sounds like E. Cry, here sounds like I. Study sounds like E, and fry sounds like I. So when we say that we have the vowels A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, these are some of the situations where Y is a vowel. And then verbs that end in Y as a consonant usually have another verb in front of them, or I'm sorry, another vowel in front of them. So stay, play, enjoy, pray. All right, so for most verbs that end in Y as a vowel, we remove the Y and add IED to form the past simple. So copy becomes copied, C-O-P-I-E-D. Cry is cried, C-R-I-E-D. Study, studied, so S-U-T-D-I-E-D. Try becomes tried, T-R-I-E-D. Dirty becomes dirtied, D-I-R-T-I-E-D, and hurry becomes hurried, H-U-R-R-I-E-D. All right, so now practice forming the past simple and keep those spelling rules in mind. Go ahead and fill in the blanks. Pause the video, fill in the blanks, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So number 1, Henry tried to stay awake, but he fell asleep. The baby cried all night because he was sick. He studied every day last week. And she hurried across the street. The family dirtied the tent when they went camping last weekend. He copied the CD for his mother. He studied for the very important exam last weekend. She was upset when the children dirtied the furniture. The baby cried when her mother took away her toys. And I tried to study last weekend, but I could not concentrate. They studied in the library almost every evening during the exam period. The children hurried back to the classroom when they heard the bell. Critics say that he copied the work of other directors to make his movies. All right, now look at this picture and see if you can describe what's going on here. And now make a sentence in the past about the picture. Now for some one-syllable words, we double the consonant before adding the ed. So here, stop becomes stopped with 2 P's. Beg is begged with 2 G's. Rub, rubbed. Plan, planned. Hop, hopped. And slam, slammed. All right. Again, fill in the blanks with the past tense version of the verb that is given, and don't forget the spelling rules. And then you can restart the video when you're ready to check your answers. So Henry begged his wife not to drive in the snowstorm. He rubbed his hands together because they were cold. We planned the surprise party last night. She slammed the car door shut. The frog hopped across the street. The crowd clapped loudly at the end of the show. She fanned herself to cool down. And every morning last summer he jogged for 1 hour. He ripped his jacket when it got caught in the door. She tanned on the beach every day of her holiday. I whipped some cream to serve with dessert. All right, so now we have some comparisons. So the past tense of the verb hope is hoped with one P, and the past tense of the verb hop is hopped with two P's. So she hoped the train would arrive soon. The children hopped around in excitement at the party. They stopped outside the apartment to pick up the children. I slammed the door shut, and the rabbit hopped across the garden. So now you'll need to come up with your own verb to complete the sentence. So you can pause the video, try that on your own. I'll show some possible answers. You might have different answers that are correct, but I'll just give you some suggested answers. So after the snowstorm, the pavement was covered in ice. She slipped on the ice and fell on the pavement. The performance was very good. At the end of the show, the crowd clapped very loudly. As it was raining, they decided to stay inside and play board games. All right, so now make some of your own past simple sentences for each of these pictures. And here are a few more. You can use time and simple past. So you could say something like the baby cried at 2 o'clock this morning. I'm not really sure what this woman is doing. Looks like maybe she fanned herself at 1:15. The girls studied on Monday. The children hopped for joy on Tuesday. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.